Hello everyone. So today I want to talk about something about org mode and the way I plan my work. And not only plan my work, but the way I plan my work, which I am not really able to finish on that particular day. Now, usually I follow my org agenda quite strictly, and because it is normal to do things or sometimes not do things on time or not able to do things at all on that particular day or maybe on that particular time slot. For example, if I show you one of the item in my org file. So let us say there is a task called switch modes. Basically, I made a video recently where I wanted to make a video on this, and I made a video, which is great. So this particular task is like an ideal task where I planned something to happen on a specific date and time, which is in this case 21st of April from 5:15 till 5:30, which is something that I was able to do. Great. Now the thing is, let us say you have planned something on a specific date and time, but you're not really able to do it. Now it can happen, right? Normal thing that can happen to anyone. So in that case, you have two things. Not really two options, but two or three or few options few things that you can do. And let me show what I do if I'm not really able to finish the task on the scheduled time. So what I normally do, I simply, and this is something that I do. I'll tell you how I do it for my recurring task and how I do it for a one-time activity. So this is like a one-time activity. If I'm not really able to do it on that particular time slot, I reschedule it. That is it. So when you're looking at the agenda, you can press Control C, Control S, and you can schedule it. And you can also press the Shift arrow, I guess. I forgot because of my fingers know the keyword or the shortcuts. So basically, I reschedule. If you press Control C, Control S, you should be able to reschedule it. That is for one-time activities. But imagine if this is like a recurring task, and when it comes to recurring tasks that I want to do every day, like making a video or maybe doing something, for sure, every day, I simply mark it as done. Now, there are a couple of things that you can do to handle this situation where you have a recurring activity, but you don't really want, because if you reschedule your recurring activity, then there is no point because you're doing it, you're supposed to do it every day. So in org mode, there's something called as org habit, which never really worked for me for my use case. So what I normally do, I just mark it as done, but I also want to know whether I did something on that particular date. Because if I want to, let us say, make a video every day and I want to create a weekly, monthly report that yes, I made a video every day except on these days. So I can do that because although I mark this as done, because when you mark it as done, it will be then, this activity will be then rescheduled for the next day automatically because it will be then instead of 21st, 22nd. But the way the way I track whether I actually did something is using my time tracking. So basically, if I look at the logbook, and by the way, I've made videos on time clock. If you press Control C, Control X, Control I guess that is a keyword. Let me just, yeah, that is correct. So if you press Control C, Control X, Control I, and if you press Control C, Control X, Control O, you can do like clock in and clock out. So if I'm not really able to do anything on that particular day, I mark it as done, but I don't log any time. And whenever I log any time, let us say I want to start the work on this. So I'll start the clock and then I will do my work. And the moment I mark the activity as done, it will of course do a couple of things. It will do the rescheduling for me automatically because it is like a recurring task. But at the same time, the clock will also be stopped for me. So when I look at my clock report whenever I want, I can see that, okay, on these days, I didn't do anything for that particular task. And it is very simple. There are other things that you can do. You can also create like multiple tasks for each day. because in that case you have like a very clear defined task for every day, and instead of creating a multiple recurring task. But that never really, I find it a bit cumbersome, and it is of course a bit because you are creating a different, like you're creating multiple tasks, and in a way it is like it's not very clean for me for what I do. It's not really a clean way to do things. I prefer just one task which I want to repeat. So I thought I'll probably share this, and hopefully it has given you some ideas. And that is it. That is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new. Thank you very much. Bye bye.